We are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe, 6 foot even, with a weight of 174 pounds. His reach is 73 inches. And he'll be facing Roy Jones Jr. RJJ is 5 foot 11 inches tall with a reach of 74 inches.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Here comes the pride of Wales. You are looking at an absolute legend, the longest reigning super middleweight champion in boxing history, Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
to fight in this venue, you have got to be a very accomplished fighter, and I think it's safe to say that both of these athletes are certainly that.
Who's going to walk away with bragging rights? Which fans are going to be happy? Which fans are going to be sad? I don't know, but it's the argument I love. Don't shoot.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. These two were made for each other. So it's Jones versus Calzaghe, part 2. Of course, in their first encounter, Jones put Joe Calzaghe on the canvas before the Welshman got back up and put Jones out.
No, Calzaghe, you think of fighters unbeaten. You think of outstanding fighters. This guy can fight for fun. That's all he does. So now we're going to do it again. And Joe Calzaghe's got it all.
Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Good counter right hand again. A perfect counter lands. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted his fight, not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And counter punching. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Here we go, it's round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good one. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. There's a counter shot. Nice punch. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your...
This is not the way he wanted this fight to start. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Someone tell the... So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, got right. Brush it off, get on with the job.
He's absolutely knackered here. He's knackered. He's right. Don't let him get confident.
Let's get it started in round 3. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff it.
The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every drill.
This is not the way he wanted this fight to start. Let's see if he can get out of trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged. Nice counter punch. Exchange here from both men. Neither man really defending themselves. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Left counter scores. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
On to the 4th we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. There's a right hand. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good left hand. He threw the hook, didn't land. Another scoring shot there. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And this with that jab. Nice counter. Good left counter that lands. Both men step back for just a moment. Counter right. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Good counter punching from both these fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Good counter-punching from both these athletes. The pride of Wales in some real trouble. Look at him trying to fight his way out of this. He might just want to hold on, play some defense. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged. Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter left hand there. He fails to score with that left hook. Beautiful counter shot. That left counter was perfectly timed. Exchange here from both men. And he misses with the left uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Relax. Don't wait too long. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. to go.
And there's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot with the right hand. Catch and shoot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Great counter right hand there. He misses with that jab. Shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Got out of the way of that right hook.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter punch. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Hey, get out of the way of that right hand. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Neither man really defending themselves.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. You got... Oh, my goodness. I admire these guys.
It's all offense all the time. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. That one will count. Good punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Jump all over it. Mix it up, body and head.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. After that last round, something has got to change. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Perfect counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Both men step back for just a moment. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Lands with the right counter. The courage on display here is incredible. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the...
And there's the bell for round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. And a counter left. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Blocks the jab. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you got to think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Punch. Joe Calzaghe just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Look at him. He's absolutely knocking man. He's knocking.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
good air on that hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good counter punching. And the right can't find a home. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
It's hard, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 12. Oh, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? Missing with the hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know...
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is... God, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.